welcome back to the Food for Thought, week 44. We must pass the test of need, trusting God to take care of us. We must pass the test of greed, using abundance wisely and in obedience to God's prompting. Moreover, we must pass the test of seed, sowing bountifully, as we observe the three principles of seed time and harvest. How do you feel that you are doing in these three tests? The test of need, trusting God for your provision. The test of greed, not spending above your income or coveting material things. The test of seed, sowing faithfully into God's work and trusting Him for multiplication to be able to sow more. Wow, these are some tests that I know we have all had and I've had recently. As far as, let's see, the test of need. Really doing much better in the test of need. The things that we need, we know God will provide. Food, shelter, clothing, the things that we really, really need, we know that God provides. So I really do trust Him in the things that I need. Now the test of greed, not spending above your income and coveting material things. The coveting part is the one thing that I've definitely been working on not doing, because you don't know how people got the things that they have. And also just, I've learned to stop and say, okay, why do I want this? Or why do I feel like I have to have it? Or, what is causing me to desire this? And can I wait? Because sometimes we're overspending because we don't want to wait and get that thing later. We want it right now. And that's where debt comes in. And I definitely know firsthand, that can be really troublesome, and it could really cause you to get into a bind. So I'm really, really working on that test, because God wants us to use the resources that He has wisely. And if we are overspending and, going above our means, then that hurts our I guess, faith in Him, because we feel like we become anxious and in a bind, and that causes us to think all kinds of things and not really trust Him. And then the test of seed, sowing faithfully to God's work, that's a trust issue for real, because you have to continue to faithfully sow no matter what your situation is, and know that God is going to provide. He's going to multiply whatever you sow. So sometimes you might feel like, well, I only have $10. What you going to do, Lord? You're going to multiply that? How? I don't see it. Trust Him. He's going to. Trust Him in the area of sowing that seed, because it is showing that you have faith in Him. And without faith, it's impossible to please Him. So I think that these are great tests. And we could go back to these tests, especially when we feel like, is this a need? Is this a want? Am I sowing because I want to get something in return? Am I sowing out of fear? It'll help us to put things into perspective and to put it into a God perspective, so we know that we can trust Him, and we can seek Him in our areas of insecurity or areas of doubt. Let Him really cover those doubts with His truth. So I think those tests are really great to do on to speak to ourselves every now and then, and just say, am I doing this because I need it? Is it because I want it? Am I coveting? Am I sowing the right way, and the way that God is asking me to? So I think those are great tests. So hopefully you'll, ask yourselves those same questions. Test yourself so that you know that you're in the will of God. How about that? So have a great week. Thanks for joining me.
Living this kind of life.